Shoulder patients and their shoulder field has developed tremendously. We can fix lots of things now on shoulders. We can do arthroscopy, which is making little stab wounds around your shoulder, and we can fix most rotator cuff, most tears, tendonitis, and things like that. And you can go home the same day. And the rehab periods are done very, very quickly. So unlike the old days where you had, say, an athlete who tore a rotator cuff and he was a pitcher, would never, ever be a pitcher again. But you see these people come back from these surgeries now and they're pitching in the major leagues again. So it's quicker and faster than it used to be. And the rehab period is a lot faster. We learned that you have to move a little bit quicker. There's certain programs that your doctor will go over with you on how you do that, but they can move quickly. Then there's a next range of patients which have now not a repairable rotator cuff. They've torn it a number of times, or it's so bad, or now they have arthritis. Now that's usually people who are older, people who are over 55 and older, usually in their 60s and 70s. In the old days, we had nothing to treat them with. All we do is go in there, clean it up, put a ball in, and they would just rotate their arms back and forth, and they wouldn't be able to get their hands above their heads. In this day and age now, when you get somebody like that, we have something called a reverse shoulder. Now, it's called reverse because the ball is put on a different part of your shoulder, which is, the ball used to be on your head, which was a ball, and we used to think that would rotate in a cup. But we learned to put the ball on the other side, it pushes the shoulder out, and that makes your outer muscle, called your deltoid, become more functional. That becomes your new rotator cuff. And so what happens now after these is they can do this, but a lot of them can get their hands behind their heads and overhead, and they can get grip strength on it again. On our patients, and when we started doing these, we, like anything else, we were skeptical that it was going to work that well. But these patients come in doing the best we ever could make on the old ways of doing things. So even an old total shoulder and rotator cuff were disastrous. They work for a while, but then they fail because the muscles would fail, and then you have no backup to make it work. These, they can go home, they go back to work, they can do things, they can do their gardening at home. We just don't want them doing heavy lifting and handstands on it, but for the most part, they get their life back. And it's really important because one of our biggest problem in our female population, they have to get their hands behind their head to take care of themselves. And that was a big, big problem for most female patients. Now with these new shoulders, they can get up there again and do those things.